You know that feeling when your girlfriend's mad and suddenly everything you do is wrong? Well, these guys took it to a whole new level. Number 7. Literally jumped off a moving car. What's up? I'm about to show you the top 7 most insane survival stories where guys had to escape their angry girlfriends. And trust me, some of these are absolutely wild. We're talking about real survival mode here, the kind where your life flashes before your eyes because you forgot to text back for 3 hours. Before we jump in, I gotta say this list is ranked by pure survival instinct and how creative these guys got when things went south. Some of them are hilarious, some are crazy, and one of them involves a guy hiding in a trash can for 2 hours. Yeah, you heard that right. So here's the thing about angry girlfriends. They have this superpower where they can sense fear. It's like they can smell it on you. And the moment you try to lie or make an excuse, boom, you're done. That's when survival mode kicks in. That's when normal guys turn into action heroes, except instead of fighting bad guys, they're trying to not get hit with a shoe. Let me paint you a picture real quick. Your girlfriend is mad. Like really mad. Maybe you forgot her birthday. Maybe you liked another girl's Instagram photo from 2 years ago. Maybe you said her friend's name instead of hers. Whatever it is, you messed up big time. Now you've got 2 choices. Face the storm or run. Number 7. The moving car jump. Now this is where things get really crazy. This story comes from a guy named Tyler. Tyler and his girlfriend were driving back from a party. Tyler had been talking to another girl at the party. Just talking, nothing weird. But his girlfriend was convinced something was going on. She started interrogating him in the car. Tyler kept saying nothing happened, but she wasn't buying it. The argument got more and more heated. They're on the highway, she's yelling. He's defending himself, and then she says something that makes Tyler's blood run cold. She says, "I'm driving us off the bridge. There's a bridge coming up in like half a mile." Tyler looks at her face and realizes she might actually be serious. He's panicking now. The bridge is getting closer. She's speeding up. So Tyler does the most insane thing on this list so far. He unbuckles his seatbelt, opens the car door, and jumps out. While the car is moving, going like 40 miles per hour, Tyler hits the ground and rolls like he's in a stunt show. Gets all scraped up, tears his jeans, bruises everywhere. But he's alive. His girlfriend slammed on the brakes immediately and got out to check if he was okay. They had a very serious talk after that. Tyler said the relationship ended pretty soon after, which honestly makes sense. Number 6. The roof camping trip. This story is wild. So there's a guy named Chris. Chris told his girlfriend he was working late one night, but he actually went to play video games at his friend's house. Stupid move, I know. But his girlfriend saw his location on Find My Friends and realized he lied. She drove to his friend's house and started banging on the door. Chris heard the banging and knew exactly who it was. His friend's apartment is on the top floor, and there's roof access through a window. Chris made a decision. He grabbed a blanket, climbed out onto the roof, and just stayed there. His girlfriend was downstairs yelling and calling him. His friend pretended Chris wasn't there. She eventually left after like an hour. But here's the crazy part. Chris stayed on that roof all night. He said he was too scared to come down in case she came back. He slept on the roof wrapped in a blanket like he was camping. When the sun came up, he finally climbed back inside. His girlfriend broke up with him the next day anyway, but Chris said sleeping on that roof under the stars was actually kind of peaceful. Number 5. The garbage can incident. Remember at the start when I mentioned a guy hiding in a trash can? This is that story. His name is Brandon. Brandon was at a park with his girlfriend and some friends. Brandon said something that embarrassed his girlfriend in front of everyone. I won't repeat what he said, but it was bad. Really bad. She told everyone she needed to talk to Brandon privately. Brandon knew this meant trouble. So when she went to grab her purse from the car, Brandon looked around for somewhere to hide. There was a big trash can nearby. One of those industrial park trash cans with the opening on the side. Brandon did not think this through. He just climbed in. His girlfriend came back and couldn't find him. She called his phone. Brandon had forgotten to put it on silent. His phone rang from inside the trash can. She found him, obviously. But Brandon refused to come out. He stayed in that trash can for 2 hours. 2 hours. His girlfriend eventually just left. Their friends tried to convince him to come out, but he said he'd rather stay with the trash. When he finally came out, he smelled terrible and had to throw away his clothes. They broke up shortly after. Brandon said it was worth it though because the story makes people laugh. Number 4. The brother swap. This one requires some context. There's a guy named Alex who has a twin brother named Adam. They look identical, like you can't tell them apart unless you really know them. So Alex made a huge mistake. He accidentally sent his girlfriend a text that was meant for his friend. The text was him complaining about his girlfriend. She saw it and told him she was coming over to talk. Alex panicked and called his twin brother. He begged Adam to pretend to be him and handle the conversation. Adam thought this was the dumbest idea ever, but he's a good brother, so he agreed. When Alex's girlfriend showed up, Adam answered the door pretending to be Alex. She started yelling at him about the text. Adam apologized and tried to smooth things over. Here's where it gets complicated. Alex was hiding in the bedroom listening to the whole thing. Adam was actually doing a pretty good job calming her down. But then she wanted to hug it out. Adam didn't know what to do. He hugged her, and that's when she realized something was off. She could tell it wasn't actually Alex. Maybe he smelled different, or hugged different, I don't know. But she figured it out. She stormed into the bedroom and found Alex hiding there. She was even more mad now because of the deception. Both brothers got yelled at that day. Alex said his girlfriend eventually forgave him, but she brings up the twin swap story whenever she wants to win an argument. Number 3. The hotel hideout. Alright, so this guy named Ryan really messed up. He went to a bachelor party in Las Vegas and didn't tell his girlfriend. She thought he was on a business trip, but someone posted photos from the party on Instagram and tagged Ryan. His girlfriend saw them. She called him immediately. Ryan looked at his phone, saw her name, and knew his life was over. Ryan didn't answer. Instead, he checked into a different hotel. Not in Vegas. He flew back home early and checked into a hotel in his own city. He told his girlfriend his phone died and he'd explain everything when he got back. For 3 days, Ryan lived in that hotel room ordering room service and watching TV. He was too scared to go home. His girlfriend knew he was back in town because his friends told her. She drove to his apartment every day looking for him. Ryan finally grew some courage and met her at a coffee shop to explain himself. She was furious, obviously, but Ryan said hiding in that hotel gave him time to think about what he was going to say. They worked it out eventually, but his girlfriend made him delete Instagram. Number 2. The marathon runner. This story is legendary. There's a guy named Kevin who got caught in a lie. His girlfriend found messages on his phone with another girl. Nothing happened, but the messages looked bad. Kevin was at his girlfriend's apartment when she confronted him. She started yelling and throwing his stuff out the window. His keys, his wallet, his shoes, everything. Kevin tried to explain, but she locked herself in the bedroom and told him to leave. Kevin had no way to get home. No car keys, no money for an Uber, nothing. His phone was almost dead. So Kevin started walking. His girlfriend lived 12 miles away from his place. Kevin walked the entire way. Took him almost 4 hours. He said during that walk he had time to think about everything and realized he needed to do better. When he finally got home, his feet were covered in blisters. His girlfriend had texted him a bunch during his walk, but his phone died so he didn't see them. She actually felt bad about throwing his stuff out the window and wanted to apologize. Kevin said that walk was the longest night of his life, but it somehow saved their relationship. They're engaged now. Number 1, the fire escape expert. And finally, the number 1 spot goes to a guy named Michael. Michael's story is the craziest one I've heard. Michael and his girlfriend got into a massive fight at her apartment, like the worst fight they'd ever had. Michael said something he really shouldn't have said. His girlfriend completely lost it. She grabbed his car keys and threw them out the window. They were on the 8th floor. Michael looked out the window and saw his keys on the ground below. He knew he couldn't leave without them. But his girlfriend was blocking the door and yelling at him. Michael looked at the fire escape. It was right outside the window. He made a decision that still blows my mind. He climbed out onto the fire escape and started going down. His girlfriend yelled at him to come back inside, but Michael kept going. The fire escape was old and rusty. It was making all kinds of scary sounds. Michael said every step felt like the whole thing was going to collapse. But he kept going down. 8 floors. When he got to the bottom, he grabbed his keys and ran to his car. His girlfriend was watching from the window the whole time. She called him later and they actually laughed about it. She said watching him climb down that fire escape was the most scared she'd ever been. They broke up eventually, but Michael said he felt like Spider-Man going down that fire escape. So there you have it. 10 guys who had to go into full survival mode when their girlfriends got mad. Some of these guys stayed in relationships, some didn't. But they all lived to tell the tale. The moral of the story here is probably just don't make your girlfriend mad in the first place. Communicate. Be honest. Don't lie about where you are or what you're doing. And definitely don't say stupid things that you'll regret. But if you do mess up, maybe don't jump out of a moving car or hide in a trash can. Those are not recommended strategies. Just face the music, apologize sincerely, and try to make it right. Although I gotta admit, Some of these survival tactics are pretty creative. I'm not saying you should use them, but they're creative. If you made it this far, go check out the next video.